That's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That result really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A good pickup there, a 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
And they go play action with May. That is incomplete. 2nd and 10. to the air. May.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The Titans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Here's May.
Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, it's May.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking to throw, May. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Cardinals offense and receiver Christian Watson getting set for this next possession. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They'll throw with May. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And that's complete. It's Sims.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And his kick here is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Titans offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing here is May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Titans will use... and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. This is caught. Touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Arizona, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be